So this is going to be a brief um, reaction to the new Judas Priest album, Invincible Shield. Just got to notice that the vinyl copy that I got, due to a manufacturing delay, isn't going to get here till the beginning of next week. But that's okay. That's with the bonus 7-inch, uh, with the 3 bonus tracks. But I can tell you that I've listened to other people's reviews of it, just to get the track by track kind of feel. And I always have my own opinions anyway, so that's not going to really influence me. And I really like the new album. Um, I really liked the bonus tracks as well. And having interviewed Bob Halligan, I like Bob to begin with, but I really singled out for praise on the bonus tracks in particular, the Lodger. Vengeance is mine. The way vengeance is mine. The way that Halford delivers it with his falsetto, as I try to demonstrate there. I have a head cold right now, so this is going to be a brief video. But I put this live in your face right now because I wanted to have just a brief reaction. Overall, the tone of the album, the production that Andy Sneap gives. There's a new video for the title track, Invincible Shield, which was great, which gave Andy Sneap some love and attention in the video, playing with Glenn kind of in the background. Kind of gives you the overall feel. Looks like that they were rehearsing I'm sure they were still mimicking along to their track, but it looks great. I am looking forward to the tour coming up. Like I said, I'm going to see them on my birthday. Just so happens that the last date that they're doing of the tour coincides with my 54th birthday. And I first saw Judas Priest in 1984. So for me personally, this is going to be a cool experience. And I said, what the hell? Let me make a day trip, a couple days. Let me make a little mini vacation out of this whole thing. And I may get to meet up with none other than Bob Halligan himself, because he lives in the near Syracuse area. And I thought it was appropriate. Guy who's actually contributed to 3 Judas Priest albums over the years and 1 solo record for Halford, the song Twist. Um, the album itself, um, those first 3 songs are just like, okay, guys, you want that kind of faster, everybody, oh, is there going to be anything that sounds like Painkiller? Is there anything? And there are moments in here which are very reminiscent of it, but the whole album as a body of work is very reminiscent of really a lot of different eras of Priest. Um, and I would say that, I mean, I even hear like hints of Angel Retribution are in there. Um, Even Redeemer of Souls kind of has a moment or two. The one song that reminded me of, is it Devil in Disguise? They reminded me of March of the Damned from. So there really is a representative of all the different eras kind of put into a blender, and Sneap's production is fantastic. I want to know what you guys think. I didn't say that I was going to be out here live, but I figured, what the hell? And that's it. I'll have a more detailed, in-depth video when I feel up to it. I just basically got up from a nap, but wanted to at least put my stamp out there and tell you that I'm supposed to next week talk to Bob Halligan, and I'll see if he's up for a uh, uh, interview formally. But I did get some insight into his track, The Lodger, and if he'll be willing to share that or not. But that's very cool that after all these years, he hasn't really written for any other rock bands, mind you. He did Twist back in 99, 2000 for Rob. So he hasn't offered anything to Priest since 1984. So here it is 40 years later, and it's a bonus track. It really doesn't fit the tone of the album. The Lodger doesn't fit the tone of the album. It's almost like its own little miniature rock opera moment. But definitely something that you all should listen to, stream. Um, all the songs that they released as singles, it's kind of nice to hear all the different songs in the context of how they put an album list together, how they put the tracks together. And I really enjoyed the flow of the album. Even the tracks that are supposedly the ones that are kind of the mid tempo. None of it really for me felt like filler. There were moments in Redeemer of Souls that like, oh, this is kind of filler. It's like, okay, can I skip to Halls of Valhalla and Swords of Damocles and standout tracks like that? Some other tracks, I was like, oh, I can skip this one. Firepower, for me, set the tone for what was going to come out. I mean, that album has some great tracks on it. There's some songs on there too. I was like, one or two of them. None of the tracks here I felt, even if it wasn't my favorite track on the album, I didn't feel like any of them really were that, uh, skip. I didn't want to skip them. Now we'll see how I feel a year from now. We'll see how I feel several listens later, but several listens in, I really enjoyed this album. I wasn't sure what Giants in the Sky was going to sound like, and I really liked the fact that Halford's really, uh, whether he has a grit scream or whether he's able to harness some of that falsetto-y voix mix screams. I thought one of his best vocal performances was on the bonus track, The Lodger. Vengeance is mine. I mean, he really. The other tracks like um the title track. I mean, there's songs where the vocals are, the Serpent and the King obviously is a standout. Panic Attack. Um, he's able to do those falsetto notes in shorter bursts. Um, and how in the hell he got that high note on Panic Attack. Still a highlight. What a great track to open the album too. But I really, the guitar work is, you can tell that there was time and care, and the fact that the majority of this album was not recorded like Firepower, where they were all in the same room. Um, if this is to be their last album, I think they can hold their heads high and say, "Hey, you know what? Job well done." I think this is definitely an album that will go down and will be remembered for quite some time. Um, it's a very important album for them. If this is again their final album, then you know what a way to end a career. I don't think they're done yet. I mean, they'll probably stop. Maybe it would be nice they stopped at an even 20 albums. Not counting maybe a live project or what have you. But again, I can't wait to see what they do live with this. I'm really looking forward to that part of it. Anyhow, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And support other metal podcasts, the bigger podcasts that are obviously getting interviews with the band's members and what have you. Um, Metal Pilgrim, I'd love to shout him out. The Metal Voice, guys from Canada. These folks are very passionate about the metal and the music. It's a great thing that we have this community that gives their honest opinion on things. But I really enjoy this album. So get out there and support, folks. Peace. I'm out.